Hello, everybody, and welcome to the channel. I'm going to make this quick. The Arctic freeze has arrived, and it is cold, and it's getting colder. We're going to be getting into the teens tonight. Right now, it's almost close to freezing, so I got to make this quick. Let's take a walk around. I've only been out here for a few minutes, and my hands are freezing, so I got to make this quick. The cattle panel, as you all have seen in a previous video, has come down. The greenhouse plastic has come down several times, and I believe I might have lost uh, some items inside, some peppers. I'm not going to worry about it. I did all I could. I put a frost blanket over the top of the cattle panel, put the greenhouse plastic over that. I put a frost blanket inside the cattle panel over top of many of the plants, but this wind was no match for what I was able to do with this cattle panel. So all I can do is wait and see what's under here once the weather kind of warms up a little bit. But this is all I've got, and it just wasn't enough. The back garden is looking like it has definitely seen a touch of cold. The grape leaves have finally died off. The plants inside of the pots have been touched by the cold, the raspberry as well. My comfrey down there is looking real rough. Everything has definitely, I hope I'm not going too fast. Everything has definitely been touched by the cold. In the back here, I was working on these last two pots I was trying to put in, but I didn't have enough paper. I think I showed you guys before. I make a hugelkultur method with twigs, sticks, leaves, paper, and then compost. As soon as I have everything I need, I'll finish that one up, but it's too cold for me to deal with that right now. The garden is again looking very cold, very sad. I didn't think I needed to cover this up any more than what I did. It's the asparagus. For the most part, it looks okay, but it does have some fronds that are dying off, but I think that's just how it was. And it looks like I might have a carrot in here, which I was not expecting to see. Interesting. But this is what the garden looks like, y'all. It is really cold. I took a tomato out of the cattle panel when I was in there earlier. This half of the cattle panel got a really big hole right here in this section. So I was trying to cover it up. And so it looks like this. I'm going to have to order another piece of greenhouse plastic for next year and just cut this into strips and use it elsewhere in the garden because I didn't have enough of what I needed. I thought I did, but I didn't. Over here, the elderberry it's holding on. Um, I think it'll be fine. I've watered everything several times to make sure that it's has adequate water. Um, Stuff is going to seed, as you can see. I need to make some time to come out and harvest some plants. I've got lots of seed everywhere. All this back row is brassica. I just harvested a little bit of my broccoli rabe. I've got some broccoli rabe in my pocket. Oh, I dropped a piece on the ground. I didn't think the temperatures would get as low as it did. So, of course, the kale looks bad. I was able to cover up the fig, but I don't know if it's weathered under there. As you can see, this piece kind of has come up a little bit. You can see the wind has blown all the paper, the cardboard paper off of this area right here. So everything looks a hot mess in the garden. As you can see over in the orchard area, the plants are laying down, they're cold. I have some seeds over here that I need to harvest. They just are now turning brown, so I need to get a paper bag and get those inside so I don't lose any of those. I want to say that is a bok choy. Did everything I could, you guys, to cover up the garden. I just didn't have any more blankets or anything to cover anything else. So I'm just hoping that they will survive. We're going to be getting 70-degree weather on Thursday. So that's crazy. It is about freezing right now. And on Thursday, we're going to get a very warm day. And then, of course, back down to cold. I normally don't take you guys into my dog run, but as you can see, I had water in these buckets and the water is all frozen all the way down the dog run. I'm surprised these buckets haven't burst, but they're all frozen. Everything else is covered up. I have, of course, the greenhouse plastic, the white greenhouse. It has a frost blanket inside. The black greenhouse, it has a frost blanket inside. I even have a frost blanket inside the green greenhouse over there. And still, the temperatures, I don't know what I'll have when this is over and done with. All I can do is cross my fingers. But this is what the garden looks like, you guys. My white angel trumpet, of course, has not weathered the cold. The one in the front either. I'm going to have to cut it back, but it grows back every year, so it should be fine. My sweet peas and my clematises are over here. I don't know if they are going to be okay, but we shall see. I have another pot over here that I was creating before the weather turned bad. I do have some spring bulbs, but they are not weathering this Arctic blast. And I wish I could stay out here a little while longer, guys, but my hands are so cold and they're warning us that we need to make sure that we don't have any exposed skin. So I've got to get inside. Thank you for joining me in the garden today for this quick overview. There really isn't much to show. Everything is looking a lot worse for the wear. If you like this video, do me a favor, hit that like button, share my video, leave me a comment, and I hope to see you either in my kitchen or my garden real soon. And I'll be glad when spring and summer gets here because I do not like all this mess. But this is what we have to do if we're going to try to keep growing. So keep growing, everybody. Bye bye for now.